हेलो एवरीवन, आज हम करेंगे क्लास 8 चैप्टर 1 रिसोर्सेज का क्वेश्चन आंसर। सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। तो क्वेश्चन है, पहले हम एनसीईआरटी टेक्स्ट बुक का क्वेश्चन करेंगे, उसके बाद कुछ एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चंस करेंगे। व्हाई आर रिसोर्सेज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड अनइक्वली ओवर द अर्थ? रिसोर्स जो है वो अनइक्वली अर्थ के ऊपर क्यों डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड है? द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ resources depend on various factors such as physical nature of the place. The physical factors include terrain, climate, height above sea level, etc. Since these factors vary in different parts of the world, resources are pot distributed over the earth. Second question is, what is resource development? Resource development is the method of utilizing our intelligence in order to improve the quality, usability, and utility of a resource. Why are human resources important? Human resources are important because they have an intelligent mind which can make best use of nature to create more resources. Had humans not been there, different substances would not have been resources. Their utility can only be realized by human beings. What is sustainable development? We should use resources in such a balanced way that we satisfy our need as well as conserve them for future. This concept is called sustainable development. Which one of the following do not make a substance a resource? Utility, value, quantity. Which one of the following is a human-made resources? Medicines to treat cancer, spring water, tropical forest. Answer is A. Medicines to treat cancer. Complete the statement. Biotic resources are derived from living beings, made by human beings, derived from non-living things. A. Derived from living beings. Differentiate between the following: potential and actual resources, ubiquitous and localized resources. Potential resource. A potential resource is not being used currently. Actual resource. An actual resource is one which we use currently. Potential resource can prove useful and become an actual resource in the future. An actual resource might have been a potential resource in the past. It may end up in the future. Example, uranium deposit in Ladakh. Example, coal deposits. Entire quantity of a potential resource may not be known. The actual quantity of an actual resource is known. Ubiquitous resources, localized resources. A ubiquitous resources or localized resources is one which is found in a particular region or physical condition. Its presence is not governed by physical conditions. The presence of a localized resource is governed by physical conditions. Example of ubiquitous resources: air. Example of localized resources: minerals. Here is the activity, and now we are going to do more questions, extra questions from the chapter. Which of these is not a resource? The Indian Prime Minister, your geography book, a small piece of paper, none of this. इनमें से कौन सा जो है रिसोर्सेज नहीं है? तो इंडियन प्राइम मिनिस्टर, हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर जो है वो भी हैं, हमारी ज्योग्राफी बुक जो हम अभी पढ़ रहे हैं वो भी है, और एक स्मॉल पीस ऑफ पेपर वो भी है। तो इसमें होगा नन ऑफ दिस। Which of these does not have economic worth but is valuable? इसमें कौन सा ऐसा है जिसका कि इकोनॉमिक वैल्यू वर्थ नहीं है पर उसका वैल्यू है? एंड ऑप्शन इज सूज, माउंटेन, कोल, नन ऑफ द बी माउंटेन्स. The type of resources on basis of stock are ubiquitous and localized, actual and potential, renewable and non-renewable, abiotic and biotic. And the third question answer is C. Renewable and non-renewable. Abiotic and biotic is non-living and living respectively. Which of the following is a non-renewable resources? Solar energy, water, soil, natural gas. Here is the answer is D. Natural gas, non-renewable resource. Which of these is an example of sustainable development? Ignoring the light when they are switched on but not required, not wasting paper, using coal and petroleum, deposit at a fast pace, not wasting paper. A substance becomes a resource if it has utility. Time and technology are two important factors which make a substance a resource. On the basis of level of development, resources are classified into actual and potential. On actual resources, too crazy might have been a potential resources some time ago. World may generate wind energy, which is a resource because it never end up, which is a renewable resource because it will never end up. Although renewable resources can be replenished, we should be regarding their use. We should be careful regarding their use. Coal and petroleum are examples of non-renewable. Air is a ubiquitous resource since it is found everywhere. Physical factors affecting the presence of localized resources are terrain, altitude, climate. Using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called resource conservation. State each of the following statement is true or false. We should waste water since it is a renewable resource and we do not need to be careful in its use. False. A resource always has the same economic value. False. With respect to electricity, water was a potential resource until few years back. True. All natural sources of energy are renewable. False. A farmer is a human resource. True. Resources need to be conserved for the future generation. True. Sustainable development is a way to use resources carefully as well as saving them for future. True. Match the item given in the column 1 correctly with those in column 2. Resources, utility. Windmill, a renewable source of energy. Plant and trees, biotic resources. A vehicle, human-made resources. Rocks and minerals, abiotic resources. I am telling you very short answers and you will see the short and and long question answer. You will try these questions at your home for your final exams. What is the condition for a substance to be called a resource? A substance need to be need to have some utility to be called a resource. What do you understand by the word utility? If a substance can be used in any way, it is said to have a utility. What are natural resources? Resources that are drawn directly from nature are called natural resources. What is the name given in the type of resources that have limited stock? The resources having limited stock are called non-renewable resources. How are resources classified according to their distribution? On the basis of their distribution, resources are classified into ubiquitous and localized. Give 3 examples of abiotic resources. How are human-made resources different from natural resources? Give 3 examples of abiotic resources. Air, land, soil. How are human-made resources different from natural resources? Human-made resources have been, here is have by mistake GIAV written, have been created by human beings, where natural resources are provided by nature. What is human resources development? Improving the quality of human skills in order to make them more useful is called human resource development. I am reading the questions and you all will see the answers in the video. Explain the term resources conservation and sustainable development. Second, and why are human beings resources? Explain how resources are classified broadly. Write a short note on the significance of time and technology in making a substance a resource. As a human being, how can we ensure sustainable development? Now we have completed the video. And then bye bye, take care all. So all the best for all of your final exams.